Very good morning to all of you. So today topic, cut desire, not trees. Once the Buddha explained, Ramaniyani aranyani yattana ramati jano vitaraga ramissanti nate kama gavisino. So the Buddha explained, Ramaniyani aranyani. The aranya means forest. Ramaniya means something beautiful. So the Arahant one, including the Buddha, always automatically they're willing to go to the forest for the meditation and for having rest. Can you imagine the Buddha? He was born under a tree and was enlightened under a tree, also passed away under the tree. So then the Buddha always very familiar with the forest, the jungles and the trees, all the things. So one day, actually as a Buddhist monk, Upasampada, the high ordination monk, we need to protect mainly for sila. And if we destroy even one, the Upasampada is automatically fade away. Do you know, the first one is stealing. We cannot steal something from someone, right? So why the Buddha mentioned this one? One day, one monk, he wanted to make a small kuti, small house for the meditation and for the living. Then what happened? That Buddhist monk went to the king's place with the people, and he wanted to take some wood for the making his house. At that time in the kingdom, there wasn't anything as wooden. So he went to the forest with some people and started to cutting the trees. So then after every monk, they were talking this incident. One of monk went to the forest with the people, right, and they started to cutting the trees. So the Buddha said at that time, this is a very dangerous thing. Do not do this one, right? Even we cannot steal something from the universe, from the forest or environment, right? So, but the Buddha mentioned in this Gatha, Vanan Jindati Marukkam. So, you have to cut something, but it's not tree. There is a jungle in your mind. There is a forest in your mind, right? Which are the growing so many trees there are. That is not the jungle, but in your mind. What those are? The Buddha explained that. Vanan jindati marukkam vanato jayati bayam. Jetva vanancha vanatancha Nibbana hota bhikkhavo. Now then the Buddha explained this one. Vanang jindati means there is a forest in your mind. It is called as desire, tanhaya, right? And greed, and also craving. So, marukkam, do not destroy the trees. Rukha means the trees. Marukkam means do not cut the trees in the jungle. Please cut the trees, which means desire in your mind. Right? Jetva vanancha vanatancha. If someone can cut the desire in your mind, then Nibbana hota bhikkho, then it is very easy to find the Nibbana for you. So this stanza said Buddha at the same incident. And then here I want to, this is a very good example actually that Buddha mentioned one time in Dhammapada. Yavanhi vanato najijjati, which means that, so here you can see one man and one lady, and also small calf, and also his mother cow. So this calf is always trying to go to his mother cow. It's a nature. So if someone have the desire, right, then what he is trying to do, he always trying to fulfill his desire, right? So then the Buddha explained that. So you can see in this, there's another picture here. What you can see here in the elephant and a person, and then under you can see some snakes, right? And upper you can see one what do you call honey beehive. So you can see those things. Vani gijidaya sitiyot ukaya, in the stanza there. So this is the person. It's a very, very nice story. Try to understand this one. So one day one person went to the jungle for something. Then what happened? Suddenly he met an elephant. What will happen? He trying to run away because he want to save his life. Then just like this, then he climbed to a tree. But the elephant, however, that elephant want to catch this person. The elephant also trying to catch this person. Then that person hanging the branches on the tree. Then suddenly that person look under. Then he can see some snakes under the tree. Snakes under the tree. And if he unhold these branches, what will happen? Definitely he fell down and snakes trying to bite. And then elephant also definitely catch him. So then one hand he's holding some branch, and another hand also he holding branch. Over there you can see beehive. Beehive. Then it's flowing the honey. honey to his hand. So what is happening? The funny thing is, he is trying to taste that honey. Right? There is how dangerous this situation, but it doesn't matter. He is trying to taste this honey. Right? So as same as the Buddha mentioned that, bhikkhu, this elephant represent dukkha. Dukkha. So, and these snakes represent desire, tanha. Right? So, one side dukkha, chasing us. Dukkha is always chasing us. What are the dukkha? Jatipi dukkha, jarapi dukkha, vyatipi dukkha, maranampi dukkha, appiyehi sampayogo dukkha, piyehi vippayogo dukkha, yampi channalabati, tampi dukkha, sankirtena panchapada nakkana dukkha. Born is a dukkha. Because of birth, we are having so many difficulties. And getting elder is a dukkha. And having sickness, also dukkha. And we have to one day pass away. This one also dukkha. Then piyehi vippayogo dukkha. So it is very sad to priyehi vippayogo means our beloved one departed from us. So it is also dukkha. Maybe your parents, your friends, your husband, your wife, then we have to depart from them one day. Dukkha. Appiyehi sampayogo dukkha. Then we have to associate with bad persons, bad people, unknown people. It's also dukkha. Yampicha nalapati tampi dukkha. If something not having us, it's mean, for example, I like this one very much. So if it is not belong to me, it's also a dukkha. So everything in dukkha. So it's always chasing us. And also the desire represent this snakes. So unsatisfactions, desire, it's also a dukkha, it's suffering, right? And then the Buddha said that try to escape from all these things. Do not taste the honey, right? That honey is just like instant gratifications, which it means that it's only the pleasurable things we like to make our sense happy, our organs happy, tongues and eyes and ears. 5 organs, we always trying to make them happy. But we have to think these things. Dukkha, jara, marana, they chasing us, the tanha chasing us. We have to stay away from those things, right? Rather than tasting the honey, right? So then that is why the Buddha explained tanhaya jayati soko, tanhaya jayati bhaya, tanhaya vippa muttassa, natti soko kuto bhaya. It's a very familiar stanza in the Dhammapada. Tanhaya jayati soko. So before tell this meaning, I want to tell a small story regarding this stanza. One day, the Buddha went to alms round the Pindapata, the Pindapata, with the bowl, and he went to a doorstep to every places. Then the Buddha went to a farmer's place, paddy field. At that time, that farmer is preparing his land for the cultivation. Then again the Buddha, so as a habit, the Buddha always try to speak first. Mostly, if person, a chief or chief persons or a leader, the leader is not going to speak first. Normally in our society, he is just like sitting, and another one should come and talk to him. That is the nature of this society. But the Buddha, he is always going to speak first. If someone come, then Buddha asks, Upasaka, like that. Have a seat, like that. So it is a good a habit for the Buddha. And then this time also the Buddha went to see the farmer, and then what happened? He started to speak first. Farmer, what are you doing? Oh, Buddha, I am preparing my land for the cultivation. Good. And then Buddha went, and another day also, after 1 week, and then came another time to the paddy field. Oh, farmer, what are you doing? Now I am cultivating. Good. So then, after 1 or 2 weeks, then the Buddha again went to that place. At that time, that farmer started to speak first before the Buddha. Then he came to now they just like they have their relationship now, friendship they have. Then what happened? So after 3 months, now he is ready to pick the harvest. Last night, it was heavy rain, and the flooding destroyed all the cultivation lands. This farmer got so shocked. He cannot bear this pain. He started to cry. Then this incident already the Buddha knew. So that is why the Buddha wanted to be close to him. Then that time the Buddha came to this place, destroyed. Then the Buddha asked, what happened? He cannot speak actually, the farmer, he cannot speak. Fell down and crying. So the Buddha said, Tanhaya jayati soko. Tanhaya jayati bayang. Tanhaya vipamutasa natti soko kuto bayang. Desire make sorrow, unhappy, right? And tanhaya jayati bayang, desire make someone get fear. Tanhaya vipamutasa, if someone free from this desire, no sorrow and no pain and no fear. So in this time the Buddha explained to that farmer. And most of the time, unsatisfaction, because then Buddha mentioned one day the 4 happiness things. Already actually in my Dhamma session, I already told you, Atti Sukha. So which means we have to be happy what we have now. So be satisfied what we have. So, but sometimes the desire is always running our mind. Then we not we have no satisfaction for that. So just I show you one video, just see it. See this video. What was that? Greedy, greed, and unsatisfaction, and tanha, desire. Okay. So then, some human also like this, no? Actually, this video sent me our secretary, Mr. Leslie Gayardana, few months ago, before one Dhamma session, he sent me, "Oh Bhante, this one may be very important for you." He always guides me. So, don't be like this monkey. Right? So then, just see this one. Serivanija Jataka. Have you heard this Jataka story? Do you know the Devadatta? Devadatta, who was trying to kill the Buddha? Devadatta. That Devadatta actually very angry with the Buddha. Very angry. And every soul he chasing the Buddha. Right? So this is the first incident in actually this in Serivanija Jataka. So one day there was a small family. So then that family, there was a golden bowl like this, right? Golden bowl. So one day, what happened? That family members, they wanted to sell that golden bowl to the sellers. So one day, one person, one trader, then he came to that home, and then he look at that bowl. Oh, this is not the valuable. This is not a good one. Okay, keep this in yourself. I will go around, and then I will come back again. So actually, that he wanted to bargain that price, and he took it as it's not a valuable one actually. But in the Bodhisattva, he also at that time a trader, and the Bodhisattva is he is actually good person on the Bodhisattva. Then he went to the village, and then also he also went to that home, and also that family members show that bowl to that trader. So that Bodhisattva, then he saw this is very valuable one. I have no much money for pay this one. So all the money gave to that family and took that valuable golden bowl. See the 1 and 2 picture here. Right? The first picture is that cunning trader, And the second picture, you can see our Bodhisattva trader. And then what happened, that Bodhisattva took this ball and he started to went to his own city, right? Suddenly, that cunning trader, our Devadatta at previous time, that cunning trader came to that home. Okay, so here is something, much money. Okay, give this and give me the ball. So, so what happened? That family member said, "You are a cunning person. How cunning you are! That ball is golden. You told us this is not gold and this is something else. So do not do this one. To whom you sold? So he said, one person came and he gave a lot of money for us, and we sold it to him, and he went back. Then that time, that cunning person chasing to the Bodhisattva but cannot see the Bodhisattva because he is just like and boat, and he went out. And this moment, the cunning trader, our Devadatta, he thought something angry with the Bodhisattva. This is the first incident. See what happened every time, in every soul, every life, the Bodhisattva met Devadatta as his enemy. As his enemy. As a result of this incident. Greed, desire, unsatisfaction. Right? So if we have this kind of feelings, unsatisfactions and desire, greed, then we also have to face same incident, right? So then be careful about that. And also, in this Potaliya Sutta, the Buddha mentioned that in the first picture you can see one stray dog, no? One stray dog. He made some bone without meat. It's only bone, right? So this dog is very hungry, and he want to, however, fulfill his hunger, right? Then suddenly he had something just like a bone, right, without meat. Then what he is doing, he is trying to eat it. So then this dog can fulfill his hunger? Cannot. Why? No meat. It is only bone, piece of bone. But the dog think, okay, if I eat this one, I can fulfill my hunger. That is how he is thinking. Then what will happen? He always trying to bite it, and then what happen? His mouth may be injured, right? And then after the injured, then what will happen? The blood is trying to comes out. Then the dog can taste that blood taste, his own blood. He again he tastes the blood, and then he try to eat it. Can he fulfill his hunger? Cannot. Then the Potaliya, this is the very mesmerizing meaning sutta, right? In the Potaliya Sutta, one day you can see here the Buddha, and this is here the Upasaka, one person, Potaliya. Potaliya went to see the Buddha. So I already told you that if someone come to see the Buddha, then the Buddha always speak first. Then Potaliya came to see the Buddha, and the Buddha said, "Householder, have a seat." So the Buddha used a word household. But the Poteliya not happy with that word, household. So in the Pali we call Gruhapati, household. Then the Poteliya, he didn't care. Then again the Buddha said, household, have a seat. No, he was not happy, and he asked from the Buddha, why can't you tell me Upasaka? Upasaka, there's a word, the very beautiful word in the Buddhism, Upasaka. Bhikkhu, Bhikkhuni, Upasaka, Upasika. So now you are Upasika, and here Upasaka, and here Bhikkhu, and over there Bhikkhuni. Right? Bhikkhu, Bhikkhuni, Upasaka, Upasika. This asana is running by these 4 members. So then the Buddha asked, okay, what are the qualities with you have to tell the Upasaka? Okay, Buddha, I gave all the things to my children as inheritance, right? My money, my property, and all the things I already give to my children. So now I am free from all the things. So tell me Upasaka. So he said, so Buddha explained that, okay, you are talking about giving up. Poteliya, in this Buddhism, in this doctrine, you have to practice your mind to eradicate desire, not for the other things. Right? I will tell you something. All the persons in the Buddhism, they used to do the Bodhi Puja under the Bodhi tree. Then you go and worship under the Bodhi tree. Right? So, what you are expecting from the Bodhi tree? What you are wishing and expect from the Bodhi? Normally, if someone wants to pass the exam, and then he go to the Bodhi tree and tell the Bodhi, oh, pass my exam. And if you are running in very low level in your economy and go to the Bodhi tree and then make a wish, okay, give me money, like this. But the Buddha, everything giving up under the Bodhi tree. Right? The Buddha, everything give up under the Bodhi tree, but we are everything collecting and expect under the Bodhi tree. I don't understand what it means. So as same as the Buddha said to Poteliya, your property now it is not, you can't now control it because you are now old. Right? You cannot drive your vehicle. That is why you gave this one to your children as inheritance. Right? That is not giving up. You have to give up your desire. So however old, it doesn't matter. Desire in our mind, it's running. So Buddha mentioned that. Think that this example, right? The dog never, he cannot fulfill his hunger. Right? As same as we are always think. If we see something, wow, very beautiful, very beautiful, very beautiful, then we trying to catch it, right? And we trying to belong it. But if, for example, just think if we like something, and then even we cannot get sleep properly. until it belong to us, right? But it is not true. But it's strong. Just think, everything is impermanent. For example, when you are in your young life, sorry, not young, you are in your childhood, even including me, we also very like to some toys. Some toys we are very like, we like. But in our young life, we are not like to that toys. We like something else. And now we are in getting old. Now our willingness and our happiness is not based on the toys and the others. It is impermanent. So just try to understand the situation of our mind. And the other sample you can see here, Buddha mentioned that in wildlife, tiger always chasing deers and some small elephant, right? Just think we are like deers, right? Always tiger or lion chasing us, right? So it represents, if we have desire, attachment, and then what happened to us? Jara, Marana, Dukkha is always chasing us. Always chasing us. If once we stay away from those things, then we free from all the suffering. For example, Buddha and the Arahant one. Now, the Buddha and the Arahant one, they are not in this sansaric journey. They are very free, all the suffering and all the things, they are very free, right? Just think, if we have enough money or any comfortable life, but don't we get elder? We are getting old. And we are getting some sicknesses, right? And for example, sir, who is the we call the in Bill Gates, no? Bill Gates. Bill Gates, most richest person. Elon Musk and the Bill Gates, they have everything with them, right? But just think, one day he also have to die, right? And getting old, and also getting some sicknesses, and maybe some frustrations, right? And those things he also have to face this, right? So it's not based on the money. It's a nature of human and the animals and the beings' life. So we have to suffer in this samsaric journey because of this desire, right? And then in the Kusa Jataka, the Buddha mentioned okay. Can you see this picture? This person we call Kusa. In our Bodhisattva, once he was born as a king, Kusa. So can you see his nose something different? Just embossed like this? Huh? Do you know why, what happened to him? I will tell you. One day, the Bodhisattva was born in rural area, rural village. And Yasodhara also get together. So then, Yasodhara, he wanted to offer this is something especially sweet. In India and the Asian countries, sweet, we call in Sinhala konda Keow. Right? It is just like a sweet and something like no, like this. Bun, something like this. Yeah, bun. And then the Yasodhara, she wanted to offer the sweet to Arahant one. So this Bodhisattva, then he went to somewhere and he came back to home. Then he saw there are so many sweet. So he got some desire for the sweet, right? And he thought, okay, good. My wife is good. She think always me about me. Okay. Then he went to another working. But that Yashodhara, he made this one special for the Arahant one, for the monks, not for her husband. Then in the morning time, one Arahant monk came for the alms round with the bowl. So the Yasodhara so happy and took all the sweet and offered to Arahant one. So happy, sadhu, so happy. She was so happy. So then this person, husband, came to home. So said, okay, make a tea for me with sweet. Which sweet? No, I saw in the morning you already made some sweet for me. Oh, it is not for you, it is for Arahant. To whom? Arahantan. Did you give? Yes, I gave. I offer. Now where? Before few minutes ago I gave, he went away. The husband got so angry. And he chased the Arahant one. Then what happened? Then he put to his hand to the bowl and took all the sweet. See how desire, right? And then took those things, went to home. Oh my goodness. See. Then after that, actually it is a sin, not to merit. Merit goes to the wife, sin goes to the husband. Right? So wife so upset, so shock. Then what happened? In thousands of lives, his nose is like this sweet with the bun. As a result of that karma. In Kusajataka, so then after thousands of years, then after thousands of lives, husband became a king and wife became queen. But husband knows like bun. Kusa. Very beautiful story in the Kusajataka because of desire. Right? See how. So then again, one day, there were few elderly monks actually. So then there were lady devotee. Then she always treated that elderly monks with foods and medicine. So that elderly monks used to go to her house for the dana. Every day they went. So that lady devotee also so happy because every day elderly monks come to my home because they cannot walk. They cannot arms round, they cannot walk, they are getting old. So happy, I offer the dana for them every day. What happened was, suddenly that lady devotee passed away. Suddenly passed away. That few monks, got so shocked. In the temple, they started to cry. Another monk informed this incident to the Buddha. Oh, my Buddha, the elderly monks in temple, they are crying, but they do not tell us the reason why you are crying. I asked, but they didn't answer for me. So the Buddha asked to them, come to the Buddha's place, and the Buddha asked, why, monk, Bhante, why you are crying? Elderly monks, why you are crying? Oh, Buddha. One lady devotee, she treated us very well. Every day in the morning and the lunch dana and the morning breakfast dana, she provided us. But now she passed away. No one take care of us now. How can we exist in this world? So that is why we are crying. Oh, the Buddha said that. So associate with someone without any expectation. Right? Without any expectation. Right? So whether a devotee or whether friends or your family members or whoever they are, do not expect something. Because that monks started to cry. Why? They expect. They have some expectation from that devotee. She always treated them, and they think, now she is passed away. So frustration, no? So then this is how we should train our mind to cut the desire. Right? So we, in this desire, we cannot live with happily. We cannot live with happily. Right? So without desire, we cannot live very happy. Even before Arahant, all of we have desire. It's a natural, it's a nature. But we should try to subdue this desire, isn't it? Which means that we need to practice our train to live without desire. So now we are going to end this Dhamma session. So, do you have any questions regarding this topic? Desire, the trees?
With regards to the topic, cut desire, not trees, could you just explain a little bit more about what the Buddha said about protecting the forest and the trees and the environment? Just to relate to the title, Bhante.
Yeah. Then that is why I already mentioned the Buddha, he was born under the tree, and he was enlightened under the tree, and he passed away under the tree. So why the Buddha selected to this forest, this forest to burn and enlightened and the death? Because the Buddha always appreciate and always appreciate to the trees, the forest. So that is why the Ramaniyani Aranyani Yattana Ramati Jano. No? I already mentioned that. Ramaniyani Aranyani. We can feel the beauty of nature. It doesn't matter. Arahantwan, all the Arahantwan get to the advice from the Buddha and they went to the forest. Right? And then that is why the Buddha always advised to the monk, go to the forest. Aranye rukkha muleva sunyagareva bhikkhavu. So go get the advice from the Buddha and they went to the forest. Aranya means forest. And under the tree and under some cave, right? Some caves like Batu cave. Some caves, there are so many caves in the jungle, and go there and do the meditation and practice the Dhamma, but do not harm for the trees or environment. Right? So, in every sutta, so you can see Veluvana Rama. There was a temple in the Buddha's time, Veluvana Rama, the bamboo trees, Veluvana Rama. And one incident happened in the Buddha's time. Two monks group, small fighted there, Dhammadara and Vinayadara. So then the monks they departed into two groups and they trying to argue. So Buddha advised few times, do not argue, right? Then train and practice the Dhamma, do not argue. But they didn't care about that. So then what happened? The Buddha, okay, then you argue, I am going to forest, and the Buddha went to one forest, right? So then 3 months, the Buddha in the forest. Right? So then, that is why actually in the Buddhism, sometimes in Sri Lanka, even in Thailand and Burma, in India, so you can see so many forest centers and the meditation centers, and the monks, they are always in the forest, to feel the nature and the calmness, but they do not try to destroy these things. And this one I want to tell you. Have you heard the tsunami in 2004? Tsunami? So, did you see some pictures in tsunami in Sri Lanka? Have you seen? So, all the buildings destroyed without the Buddhist statue. See? See, this one in the Hambantota. Hambantota is near the main road. All the buildings and all the things destroyed. But the Buddhist statue, see, no harm for that. So that is why I am thinking always, see, can you believe this one? Right? The one vehicle covered the Buddha statue in gold. Why it happened? Because the Buddha was a nature-friendly person. So if we love to the nature, nature will protect us. I strictly believe that. If we love the nature, nature will love us. Nature will protect us. Right? So even do not pollute the nature. And nature means the sounds also nature, and the ear also the nature, right? And all the things belong to the nature, and then if we try to protect this nature, automatically this nature, the natural disaster, they never affect for us. Yeah.
Just tell one story about it.
Yeah.
We had this huge tree in our garden. And I always radiate good thoughts to the tree, because I love trees as well.
Yeah.
So during just 2 years back, there was a huge thunderstorm and this tree was uprooted and it fell down. But the beauty of it was, it didn't destroy anybody's property.
See?
It didn't destroy our house.
It
didn't destroy the neighbors' houses or the fence even.
Yeah.
It fell beautifully right in front of my porch. It's a huge tree. And the neighbor's property also wasn't destroyed.
See?
It was amazing. I was so grateful. I mean, it had to fall because it's uprooted.
Yeah.
I was very sad, but it didn't destroy anybody's property. It didn't destroy our property as well. Nothing was destroyed.
Yeah, and also I also have some story to tell you in my temple actually. At that time I was very small. So one upasaka, one person, he came to temple. He is the person who actually running this time that temple. So then our Bodhi tree is very ancient one. It's a very old Bodhi tree. And one big branch, right? One big branch is just like something bent for the floor. And then what happened? He decided to cut that branch. So what happened? He cut that big branch, very big branch, right? And then cut. What happened? After that incident, suddenly he got stroke. And after 2 weeks, he passed away. So all the villagers was so something or puzzled. So he's a very young person. He's not the old one. So I don't know what happened. So however, we actually, if one tree or a Bodhi tree or a sacred tree or whatever the tree, if it's bending something like, then we can take a jack like this, no? We can protect it, no? Rather than the cut and too heavy, right? So we need to protect the. If we protect the nature, nature will protect us. It's a natural. It's a natural law.
Even our Bodhi tree here, the first tree that fell in such a way like what Pan was saying. It didn't damage the pagoda, it didn't damage the shrine room, it didn't damage the neighbors of the church. It fell in such a way that nothing was damaged, only a little bit of the perimeter wall.
Wow.
And it was a massive tree, you know, the Bodhi tree.
Yeah,
now
yeah,
this
yeah.
one is the new tree. The tree before this, the one that's next to the pagoda.
White ants,
Eaten by termites. The roots were eaten and the tree fell. It didn't damage anything.
Yeah.
It's amazing when you think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, understand the love devas beside around trees.
Sorry.
Devas residing around the
Yeah. Because the Bhumatu Devas, there are so when we transfer the merit for the Devas, Akasattha cha Bhummatta. So the Bhummatu means they surrounding for the big trees. It's a house for them, actually. So that is why always we do not go to cut these things. One day in the Karaniya Sutta, Karaniya Matta Kusalena, like this, in the Karaniya Sutta, why the Buddha preached this Karaniya Sutta for the monk? Because some few monks, they went to forest for the meditation. Then got the advice from the Buddha and they went to the forest for the meditation. But they cannot meditate because so many devas on the trees, that monks under the trees, right? So the deva thinks we are something in higher, in upper. We cannot on the tree because the monks meditate under the tree. So the devas try to the devas wanted to back them to another place, right? So then something they scared and something makes some noises, right? So then they make some uncomfortable things for the monk. So then what happened? They went to the Buddha and they said, we cannot meditate that forest. So why? So Buddha said that, okay, so practice this one, the Karaniya Metta Sutta. So in this sutta, in that incident, incident also we can see so many devas on the trees. Yeah. Especially in the Bodhi trees. Sometimes we can see some Devata Eli. Yeah, some small lights. In Sri Lanka I have seen suddenly midnight. Yeah. very small, like this. So, I don't know here in I didn't see. ah, ah, yeah.
When we are doing gardening, the weeds, the the small plants, is it okay?
Sorry?
When we are doing gardening,
Ah.
we have to clear the
Yeah, it doesn't
the
matter.
small trees. The
Yeah, it doesn't matter because otherwise your home should be a forest.
Only big tree only. Yeah. Just only big tree only.
Then people can creep, like this. Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, sister.
Oh,
It doesn't matter. Yeah, we talking about the forest.
Like papaya tree, all
yeah.
these that we don't
Yes.
want, then can take off. It's okay. Oh, I was thinking cannot papaya tree.
You don't want papaya. You don't want a papaya.
Yeah, papaya tree. Because sometimes that's why I want to ask you. Let's say it's a rock good. They grow at the wrong place where they can cut away.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't
Only
matter.
the
You
big
can,
tree.
yeah. Then, in practically, if we cut one tree, it is better to plant 10 trees, right? In practically, sometimes we need some trees, some wood items we need actually. If we buy something wood, or if we from the wood yard and the wood store, so then it is better to cultivate more trees, right? And what I wanted to tell that both I already mentioned that Bodhi Puja system. So no need to offer apple and oranges for the Bo tree. Can Bo tree eat apple? Cannot lah. Then just pour the water, right? So do not the incense, Adankuru? Incense.
No.
Do not use the incense because that smoke sometimes is harmful for the Bo tree. So use the separate place for that. And just think about the Bo tree. In Sri Mahabodhi, people do not allow to incense and oil lamp. They do not, because they protect this. That is how we should protect the Bo tree.
Even in Bodh Gaya.
Yeah, even Bodh Gaya. In India, definitely. So we have to, if we love something, for example, the Buddha said that if we love a flower, we pour the water and we protect it. If we like this one and we pick it, we try to believe to us it. As same as in the Bo tree, we need to protect it and pour the water, more water. It needs more water. Most of the time, the people come and they'll lighting oil lamp, and then they'll burn some incense, and they no water. So some medicine. The tree needs some medicine. So that is how we protect it.
The incense they light sometimes for the devas in the Bodhi tree.
They like the smell of
Like,
Yeah. They like. Yeah. Then we can use it something far. No, we don't know in the what are the ingredients actually in here. In Malaysia, everything is good more than Sri Lanka. But in Sri Lanka, incense, just like we even us, we cannot breathe. But in here, actually, I didn't feel that kind of feeling in incense here. Something smell. But in Sri Lanka, it's very terrible. I don't know what material they made it.
and the joss stick thing is further from the tree. So
Yeah, it's okay. And also, sir, I have seen in Sri Lanka, they have some smoke, however, have you seen that? No, not. They have some small box. So some powder. They have some powder. I don't know what are the ingredients they have. So then they use it. A few people they hanging and around the area. So that all the area so good smell. In Ruangal also we can see around the Ruangal. So they hanging those things and they go around and it makes some smoke, fog like this. So very smell. So that's yeah, very nice. Maybe sandalwood. Yeah, maybe. But in the incense,
Not mosquito repellent.
Reason why they put this nice smell is
yeah, for the devas actually. For the devas, they like smell. Bad smell they don't like, then they will never come.
So that means instead of Bodhi Puja, we just put water enough, just
Then pour the water. More water. And then practice the Dhamma under the tree as Buddha. Right? Because the Buddha, he practiced the Dhamma and trying to train his mind under the Bodhi tree, and we also go the same path, same way. No need to expect anything from the Bodhi because it is a tree. How can it give? But we can also, wait. Then we practice the Dhamma under the Bodhi tree. And we pour the water at the Bodhi tree. And we respect, grateful for the Bodhi tree. And there on the Bodhi tree, there are so many devas. And after doing all the things, we transform it for the devas. Then what will happen? Devas, they also have some grateful for us. Sometimes they will protect us. Right? That is the things. Sometimes the devas will protect us. Right? So then it is not it is not a cunning things actually, because we pour the water and grateful and we practice the Dhamma, and then we transform it for the Devas, and then Deva will protect us. Otherwise, though, how the tree can protect us? Now we are going to end our Dhamma session. So thank you very much for coming over here and sacrificing your precious time to having the Dhamma here. So now we are going to transfer its merits, especially our late chief. Because of him, we all of here. Without him, no more Buddhist Mahavihara and no more Buddhism in Malaysia. So first, we should give our merits and transfer our merits to him. May he be well, happy and peace. And may he will attain the Nibbana. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And also our departed one, all the family members, fathers, mothers, and grandfathers, grandmothers, and whoever departed, may they be find peace, happiness, and may they will have the final liberation of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May all the devas and deities be happy and will protect us, and may they also find the peace and the final liberation of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And also finally for us, by the power of these meritorial deeds, you may be well, happy and peaceful. Finally, we also can attain to the Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Akasattha Jabummattha Devanaga Mahiddhika පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරන් රක්ඛන්තු ලෝක සාසනං ආකාසට්ඨා ච බුම්මට්ඨා දේවා නාග මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරන් රක්ඛන්තු ලෝක සාසනං ආකාසට්ඨා ච බුම්මට්ඨා දේවා නාග මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරන් රක්ඛන්තු ලෝක සාසනං සාදු සාදු සාදු. Okay, now blessing. Bhavatu sabbha mangalang rakkhantu sabbha devata sabbha buddhanu bhavena sada sutti bhavantu te bhavatu sabbha mangalang rakkantu sabbha devata sabbha dhammanu bhavena sada sutti bhavantu te bhavatu sabbha mangalang rakkhantu sabbha devata sabbha sanghanu bhavena sada sutti bhavantu te. May you be well, happy and peaceful. May the triple gem bless you. Sukhi hotu.